I tend to get this inner restlessness every couple of years where I ask myself this: what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And what can I do that will stretch me, keep me learning, and make things a little bit more interesting? So in 2020, when the global pandemic hit, the world stopped, of course, and most of my work paused, and I suddenly had a lot more time to think. And where did my mind go? I thought, you know what? I'm going to start a podcast. The dream of starting a podcast had been kind of sitting in the back of my mind for really quite a long time, for several years. And right then, 2020, I knew this is my moment. If I don't do it now, it's never going to happen. So while everything came to a halt in March, by December, I'd launched my podcast. And that sounds really easy, but it wasn't. And during that time, it was when my husband said, Winnie, you're going to be tempted to hire people to do this for you. And he was right. That's exactly what I'm planning on doing, thinking I need help figuring this out because I don't no idea what I'm doing. But he told me, don't do that. You need to learn how to do this by yourself. You need to figure out what you really want to say to the world. And then when you're ready to bring people in to help, you'll know exactly what it is that you want. So reluctantly, I knew that he was right. So I did it myself. For the most part, I learned it on my own. You know, the design, the music, the content, the editing, the guests, the production, all of it. And it was really hard. Not surprisingly, I was extremely impatient with myself. And I was thinking, Winnie, why is it taking so long? Why can't you figure this out faster? But then in December, when I was about to launch, I was like, looking back, and it'd only been like 5 months since I started this. Why am I beating myself up? This is like kind of amazing. Was it perfect out of the gate? No, it wasn't. But for me, I love experimenting and I love trying new things. What I'd rather do is mess up and then fix it. And that's because that's how I learn best. And that's how the podcast was born. Most importantly, the podcast continuously forces me to articulate what I know and what I believe and what I've learned. You know, to put my ideas into words for people to understand, for them to use, and for them to learn from. And when I started, it was mostly about bringing other people onto the show. And I still absolutely love that. It was a way to showcase other people that other people may not have heard about or heard from, who I thought were amazing. I also use the podcast as a way to explore leadership topics myself, to clarify my own thinking, to organize how I think about leadership, and to share it in a way that will help others.